Hi. So, basically, this topic that I'll be speaking about is also, I think, it's a follow up to another of my topics that I said a few weeks back regarding how one of the talk show hosts, Stephen Colbert, was trying to play down with the reveal from the United States Marine Corps have just come up with a video stating that there are actually evidence of video evidence of actual UFOs detected, which is they now don't call it as UFOs, they call it as UAP, which is unidentified aerial phenomenon. Now, this is that there is a lot of people that may have said about hoax, thousands of sightings. There, if you just go to YouTube, you can search. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of different kind of UFO sightings, footages. But out of the thousands, I would say only a very small handful of them are actually real, actual footage. Here's something that I want to actually inform to the uninformed. Just because there is a video evidence of UFO, it doesn't mean that these UFOs are being piloted by aliens, as in extraterrestrial aliens. Why is that? Well, basically, you have to understand the concept of um, should there be a UFO that came from a different part of the galaxy. Let's say it came from not from the Milky Way, not from anywhere around the Milky Way. It would have came from a totally different galaxy. That alone means that this UFO has traveled light years in order for it to come to Earth, right? That's point number one. In order for this vehicle, in this UFO, to travel for light years, basically it means that this UFO has the capability of traveling faster than light speeds, which I would say it is basically impossible to do so. And it's impractical, even on a real stance, on a scientific point. It, it makes no sense at all for a vehicle to travel maybe 1,000 or maybe 1,000,000 times faster than the speed of light. Number one, I don't think there's any material in the universe that can actually withstand that sort of a speed of travel. That's one. Number two, this is a vehicle. That means there should be some context, some contents inside that vehicle. So let's say if it's a biological being, regardless whether if these aliens have a hand or leg, or as long as it is a biological being, that biological being, whatever it is made of, it will liquefy at greater speeds. I don't think if there's any kind of biological being that can withstand the speed of light, not even 10 times or 12 times the speed of light. For a human being itself, it is nearly impossible for a human being to be inside a ship that can travel light speed. So whatever you see in Star Trek or in Star Wars and whatever science fiction movies that you've seen, they've been lying through their teeth. In actual reality, it can never happen. Human beings are the body. Our human beings are not made. Biological human beings, biological beings in itself with flesh and bone and organs are not able to withstand the speed of light speed. It is impossible. So, how does an alien based, an extraterrestrial based UFO come to our Earth? Well, the only other assumption that I can think of is perhaps molecular displacement. That means um, basically something like teleporting. So this vehicle would have teleported from its origin galaxy and came to our galaxy, emerged back to our galaxy. Then from that point, that's when they fly. Now, that doesn't mean that this UFO is very backwards in technology or doesn't have the capability of traveling light speed. It it has the capability of flying at great speed, but not light speed. I don't think they can create. I don't think they are able to fly at light speed, because if it tries to fly that fast, anything inside of it would have been toast. It would have been liquefied. Okay. So when we see that there is a UFO, when the government starts to detect and releases footages that they have seen and detected a real unidentified aerial phenomenon, I would say that these vehicles, these unidentified flying objects or aerial phenomenons, are basically would have been like drone-like objects. It is being controlled. If there is contents, biological contents inside that ship, I don't think it will be able to travel light speed. That is my probably that's my assumption. Now, I'm no scientist, but I know this much. Even the scientific fact kind of proves that there is no way in hell that a ship could travel at light speed and ensure that the crew is still all right. Is basically far-fetched. It's a scientific fiction. It's fiction. There's no way, no material that I know of would be able to withstand even the travel of light speed, and that's a sad, hard truth. So when we see there is a sighting of a UFO, I wouldn't say that everything is hoax or everything is bullshit. No, they do exist. Extraterrestrials has been sending their ships here. That much is true, because there's so many footages. NASA has them. Many different countries, their government has the footages. Even normal people have taken real footages, which just goes beyond our understanding. Okay, but as far as we know, I don't think that most of these UFOs have a crew. It has a pilot piloting it, because sometimes when we see when we even the interviews done by some of the pilots, when they are trying to intercept these UFOs, even the jet fighter pilots, and they have interviewed many jet pilots who has tried to dogfight or tried to intercept these UFOs. Based on their account itself, these jet fighter pilots has already been telling that these UFOs has been traveling in such a way that it defies laws of gravity. It defies even their physics of trying to fly their plane. It is the moves that is being done is just that no way any pilot can pull it off. So that's why it could be drones. It could be very, very high intelligence, artificial intelligence that could be controlling that ship and probably taking photos. And it is quite dangerous, actually, if you think about it. If I'm an alien species entering, if you look at Earth and human beings, we are like the dinosaur species compared to these aliens who are sending their ships. You have to understand that we are the dinosaurs. We are Neanderthals. We have zero knowledge based, if you want to do a comparison check with them. So they are not going to come here and say, hello, hi, we are aliens, we come from this planet, this galaxy. They're not ever going to do that, because before they even do that, we're going to shoot them down. That's how moronic, idiotic, and stupid we are. That's one. Number two is, even if they do make contact with us, let's say we don't be hostile and they don't be hostile, it would at least take many moons, many years to understand the language barrier, to actually communicate with them. It's going to take years and years and years for us to actually eventually communicate, and then try to do the transfer of technology. That's why we have not seen them yet. and I don't think that we're going to actually see them or make direct contact with this extraterrestrial in my lifetime or your lifetime. It's going to take another few hundred thousands of years to come. So don't hope for an extraterrestrial to make contact, even though now we know the UFOs really exist. That is no longer a fiction, that is real, that because footages have been released by the government themselves. It means that it means that it's very far away before we make contact with the extraterrestrial. But I could be wrong. Maybe they are already here. You never know. Maybe there's interbred hybrids. As a lot of conspiracy theories are telling that. So we wouldn't know. Could be true, could be false, could be hoax, could be just conspiracy theories. I'm not sure. But this much I know. If there is a UFO and it's been sent by extraterrestrial, I'm pretty much sure it is unmanned. I don't think that any biological being can withstand the travel of light speed. That's what I see. Bye.